hold on, George Washington and Betsy Ross. There are 8 in the series. So this was a big part of my life for a long time. I had a friend who wrote with me, and well, really, she did research. I did all the writing. She would go out and like look up all these great facts about Abraham Lincoln, and she would come back and say like, did you know Abraham Lincoln loved to tell jokes? And then we would go from there, and we would try and incorporate Abraham Lincoln as a joke teller into the story. I had such a good time writing them. The cool thing, kind of funny, wait, did I bring, so I'll show you just like, wait, where's the oldest? Okay, so if you look at like the Alexander Graham Bell book, can you see it from there? Okay, so this was the first illustrator. This was the second illustrator. Oh, let's compare them, because this is also Bell. This is the third illustrator. Simon and Schuster. They don't, do you want me to move over?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things. So unlike I think we're saying Icy's experience, my experience is that I write the text, I sold it to Simon and Schuster, and then they take control of it from there. So
this is why hand leather.
This is
yeah.
So I can show you. Like,
very cute. I work with Simon and Schuster too. Yeah, but they can be a million books now.
So yeah. I like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So and these are just being re-released now. So I think 4 of them are out with new covers. So if you get old covers, you should save them because they're collector's items. So I started in history, right? But I found that all novels, well, most novels, are pretty much have a lot of research based to them. Pretty much anything you're writing, you got to look up stuff. So from that, and this is just, I feel like this is like my brag box here. I've written about 100 books now. So I started with the historical novels, and then someone from Simon & Schuster called, and they asked if I would want to write a Nancy Drew mystery novel. Nancy Drew has always been written under the name Carolyn Keene. It's a pseudonym. She never really existed. And I have written 7, I think, starting with Nancy Drew and the Clue Crew. And I have, this is not mine. Don't look at this one and think this is mine. I have a new one, the Nancy Drew Diary, is coming out like next week. But I shouldn't probably tell anybody that. So don't tell anyone. So Nancy Drew led me to other higher work. And I mean, I think that this is kind of just where every writing career can go its own path. And mine really went into write for hire, which means that the publishers call me and ask me if I want to write for them. So after I started getting into Nancy Drew, once I had opened that door, I found like pathways were opening. Nancy Drew was a great stepping stone, and a lot of writers, if you scratch the surface, have written Nancy Drew. So once I wrote Nancy Drew Mysteries, I got asked to do Boxcar Children Mysteries. I don't know if you've ever read those. Yeah, do you like those? I've written pretty much all of the newest ones, like the last 4 or 5 are pretty much all me. And that's kind of weird too. Gertrude Chandler Warner died in like 1940, I think. But so here I am. I keep going, and those characters never age. And in fact, I tried to write one where they went to school, and apparently they don't go to school either. So whatever. It's worked for them for like 200 books. I'm not going to complain. And I actually really love writing those. And then once I kind of was navigating down these pathways, Simon & Schuster called and asked if I would do a novelization of a movie. So that means that I get the script from Hollywood before the movie ever comes out, and I transfer the script into book form. So it's a little bit like the Smurfs jumped through the portal and said, "Ah!" or whatever, and the "ah" is from the script. So you're taking the script and just kind of figuring out. It's a little bit busy work because it's not my story, but sometimes it's like a puzzle because I don't get to see the movie. I'm talking a year before when they are still working on the movie themselves. In fact, I wrote Rise of the Guardians. I don't know if you saw that one, but and somebody in the reviews wrote, "We love the extra scene the author added." I was like, I didn't add it. They just cut it. They released it. Well, so lately, I brought a couple. I mean, I just brought like Show and Tell because it's funny. So I did Batman: The Dark Knight and Smurfs 1 and 2, and I I did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2. And oddly, those are the things that got me on the New York Times bestseller list.
Do they put your name on
People
it?
sell a crap load of them. Yeah, sometimes it's always on there somewhere. Sometimes they're like fairly large, and sometimes, like in this one, it says adapted by Station Deutsch, right? And sometimes they're so small, you need a magnifying glass.
Is it work for hire?
It's all work for hire. So
New
even
York
though it's
Times
on the New
bestseller
York
list
Times,
does nothing
doesn't
for you.
matter. No, that's cool.
It is. I get more work.
It was really cool. So, like, just things keep leading to other things. The latest ones that I have been doing. So the movie novel thing kind of opened me to other companies doing movie novels. I've now written 2 Disney Pirate Theory novels, little Tinkerbell novels. This is the first one. The second one's just now coming out.
Did you ever sleep?
No. Yes. No. I don't know.
It's incredible.
It's kind of quiet now. I'm trying to write something new. I try and write one original each year.
But you're not 100 years old, so you basically write 4 books a year.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of these are fast. I mean, a movie novel, and a movie novel, actually, they don't give you any time, and that's part of why they like me.
Okay.
They'll send you a script and say, hey, we need it back in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And this, literally, I just write, and my children eat macaroni and cheese cups.
Okay.
I turn it around.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just thinking 4 books a year. I did 3 books a year for a while. I thought I would die.
Yeah.
But yeah, the difference between original
And also,
You're
Planning the whole thing out yourself,
Right.
and you're doing
Right.
the art.
Yeah.
Most of the book comes to me in some kind of form.
Right.
So, especially
Yeah,
with
that's
movie novels.
a whole lot easier. I
Nancy
agree, but
Drew's a
still
little
lot.
bit more vague, and that does take me longer because they'll say, write something about spring.
It's a lot of mystery, doesn't it?
Okay.
That's fine.
Alrighty then. Somebody stealing apples? I don't know. Oh no, that would be fall. Daisies? I don't know. Just one other one that this is Mean Ghouls, which is the first book I did for Scholastic, which is about a girl who's turning into a zombie. So even when we talk about history, like, yes, this book doesn't seem like it would have any history in it, right? Unless you are a diehard believer in zombies. But I do go back and I look up zombies.